All right, thanks, Aaron. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this evening's council meeting. If you haven't already, please silence your cell phones. City of Anamosa City Council Agenda Regular Session, Monday, October 13th, 2025, 6 p.m. Anamosa Library and Learning Center. 1.0 roll call.
Crump.
Here.
Smith.
Here.
Weimer.
Here.
Dan Smith.
Here.
Bumper.
Here.
5 council members are present in chambers. There are no council members remote. 2.0 Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
3.0 Consent Agenda Review and Approve. There are 3 items listed. I will read all 3 off. Council can make a motion that includes consent, which will bring all 3 up for a single vote, or council can make a motion on any of the individual items. Item A, minutes from September 22nd, 2025 regular session. Item B, current bills. Item C, Noise Street closure permit application.
Move to approve consent.
Second.
Motion by Rich, second by Kay. Council, you can discuss any of those items. Public have any comment on any of those items? Haley, will you conduct the roll vote?
Smith.
Yes.
Weimer.
Yes.
Dan Smith.
Yes.
Bumper.
Yes.
Crump.
Yes.
Consent motion is approved. 4.0 postponed items, unfinished business. 4.1 resolution 2025-69 setting the date for the public hearing to approve the rezoning request for property to be annexed into the city as 1818 130th Street, also known as parcel 2008-53 in the northeast northwest, excluding parcel 2004-66 from A1 agriculture to 4R-2 multifamily residential in the city of Anamosa, Jones County, Iowa.
Move to approve setting a public hearing on October 27th, 2025 at 6 p.m. I'll second.
Motion by Rich, second by Dan. Council discussion. Public comment. Haley, please.
Weimer.
Yes.
Dan Smith.
Yes.
Bumper.
Yes.
Crump.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Motion to approve setting public hearing date carries. 4.2 ordinance 966. An ordinance deleting property from the tax increment finance district for the Anamosa Highway 151 urban renewal area of the city of Anamosa, Iowa, pursuant to section 403.19 of the Code of Iowa.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Is this the one that you said last meeting we were supposed to have 5 members for?
Yes, and I checked on that and was corrected. The 5 members was what was required to waive the subsequent readings. So
we were good on the first
good
reading.
on the approval of the first reading.
Okay.
And just to reiterate for this one, Spear Financial and Dorsey and Whitney, of course, have requested and recommended to waive the third and final reading of this. The documents, of course, are in there with the ordinance.
Should it be 2 different things, one to approve and one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll move to approve the second reading.
Second.
Motion by Rich, second by Todd. Council discussion. Public comment. Haley, please.
Dan Smith.
Yes.
Bumper.
Yes.
Crump.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Weimer.
Yes.
Motion to delete property from the TIP district carries.
I will move to waive the third reading.
First, Kay. I'll go right to you on the motion. though. Addendum A, motion to waive the third and final reading of this ordinance to now be put upon the final passage and adoption recommended by Dorsey and Whitney. Okay,
Move to approve.
Second.
motion by Kate and second by Rich. Council discussion. Public comment. Haley?
Bamber,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Dave Smith,
Yes.
Weimer,
Yes.
Dan Smith,
Yes.
Motion to waive third reading carries. 5.0 council action items. 5.1 resolution 2025-70 approving the appointment to the Parks and Recreation Board to fill the term ending October 15, 2029.
Move to approve resolution 2025-70.
I'll second.
Motion by Rich, second by Dan. Council discussion. Public comment. Haley?
Dan Smith,
Yes.
Weimer,
Yes.
Dave Smith,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Bamber,
Yes.
Motion to approve appointment carries. Because I don't believe there is ever a bad move to have a volunteer serve on a board. I think Ms. Coob will be a very good fit for the Recreation Board. 5.2 discussion of possible action. Facility use agreement between the Anamosa Community School District and the City of Anamosa.
I can provide some additional insight if it's necessary. The school, of course, approved this facility use agreement at their last meeting. This agreement was in part discussed with Cale prior to his departure in the school. And essentially, of course, you can read it here. It's in the packet. But it does provide access a few times a week in the morning hours. I think the intent was for the Parks and Recs program to use it as part of their walking club access. And this agreement provides the use for it. It's essentially a rental agreement. What questions can I answer?
So how many members are there of this walking club, whatever it is?
Chris, do you know?
Chris, could you come to the podium, please? I believe there'll probably be multiple questions that you may have to answer.
I'll help as much as I can.
All right, state your name.
Chris Looney, Parks and Rec.
Thank you, Chris.
I believe on any given day, we have probably between 5 and 10 people that come in and walk.
At what time, Chris?
I would say anywhere, well, last winter, our hours were different, but I would say from anywhere from 6 to 10 a.m.
And they pay $1, is that right?
It's
Or
$1, yeah.
$1 each drop in?
Yep, yep. Unless
Okay.
they're currently a member, then they can just come in and walk, but otherwise it's $1 drop in. Yep.
And how many people do we have on staff at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Usually just one.
So if we did this, we'd have to hire somebody else to monitor those 3 days for an hour and a half.
Yes and no. I mean, I'm usually there between 6:30 and 7. So on those days, I mean, I myself can modify my hours or,
But it takes you away then from something you may be
agreed.
doing.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
The one staff member that you mentioned, are they like manning the door?
Yeah. Yep. They're at the front.
So it's not like we could move them
Yes.
to a different location.
Without somebody else there. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And you don't work for nothing. So
That's right. Yeah.
Well,
Am I correct in remembering that there would be an insurance that we would need to pay on our part, a liability insurance? And do we
Yes.
have any idea
Yes.
how much that would be?
I don't have any idea at this time. It would be something we would have to look into. Clause 7 of the agreement, insurance clause specifies liability insurance, the insurance terms and proof of insurance that would need to be furnished. That's part of this agreement.
Well, and I just estimated that if we had to hire a part-time person to be there for an hour and a half, we would need to have at least 25 walkers probably in that hour and a half time frame to pay for that individual minimum.
Estimate, as I understand it, for the cost to have a part-time employee would be $1,774, and to beat a dollar and a clip.
It
Take a
doesn't
long
add
time.
up.
No,
I mean, if you just looked at per hour for them that first day, we would be negative on it. So
and not to get too deep into the weeds, but hazard of my profession, but under paragraph 5, use of the premises, section B, compliance with laws. That provision obligates the city, as I read it, to be responsible for knowing or having oversight or restrictions on sex offenders being in the building. I think that's a pretty big problem to put onto our Parks and Recs department to be responsible for that. Hopefully, we would never have to worry about it, but things can get missed, and that gets to be a pretty concerning issue to me, and we're talking 4.5 hours a week for 5 to 10 people.
yeah, for the amount of liability that I think we would be taking on, I think it'd be greater than the reward of this thing. So with that being said, I'm going to make a motion to deny the facility use agreement.
Second,
Motion by Rich, second by Todd. Council discussion. Public comment.
Tom Durgan, downtown property, or just to add to that, Kay hit on the insurance part, because we'd kind of discussed that, but also if I understand correctly, that if there was something going on, if we were going to have a scheduled 3 days, but there was something going on with the school has dibs. So I think it'd be really tough to schedule these 3 days in case something did come up. So if you have people that are walkers every day, and it's like they're going to plan Monday, Wednesday, Friday or whatever. It's like, but the school has something, everything changes. So, but I just wanted to add that in there for your thoughts. But, and I think the insurance is going to be extremely high also. So, thanks.
Well, and to add one more note, I did talk to Cale right before he left. And he said after reviewing this agreement, he said he would not accept it if he was going to stay.
So prior to taking this to a vote, I do want to reiterate that I believe it's a huge risk on the city's part, because as I read the agreement, the city does take the risk while, in a sense, this walk is in session. So if the doors are going to be open for these individuals to get in, I don't know how it could be secured for anybody else to get in. And also, I do not know what time some of the students and faculty show up. So in a sense, the city would be responsible for their safety as well if the wrong individual had entered. Greater risk than we want to undertake. And also, I don't believe the insurance that we currently carry would just transfer to the school without some type of amendment to it. And as been pointed out, we don't know what the cost of that is, because now we're not just insuring school property employees, or excuse me, city property employees. We're insuring the school and anybody that would be in there at that time. Maybe I'm missing the boat on this, but
I will say several students arrived by 7, so there would be an integration perhaps of students coming in, trying to get in the door while walkers are trying to get in the door.
And also and it does make sense that we are at the beck and of the school schedule. If all of a sudden they have something that would prohibit this walking group from being there, that would be precedent. So prior to going to vote, I just wanted to make sure that that was out in front of council. So with that, Kaylee, would you conduct a roll vote, please?
Weimer,
Motion to deny, I agree, yes.
Kay Smith,
Yes,
Crump,
Yes.
Stompert,
Yes.
Dan Smith,
Yes.
The motion carried to deny the agreement with 5 yes votes. 5.3, review and approve consent agenda. Pay request totaling $130,703.60. There are 9 items before us. I will read all 9 off. Council can make a motion that includes consent, which will bring all 9 up for discussion in a single vote, or council can make a motion on any of the individual items. Item A from HR Green in the amount of $2,499.98 for the water treatment plant aerator project. Item B, HR Green in the amount of $3,709.75 for the Anamosa sidewalk program. Item C from HR Green in the amount of $525 for the engineering services master agreement. Item D from HR Green in the amount of $251.50 for the Dillon Military Bridge project. Item E from HR Green in the amount of $6,765.75 for the Third Street Sidewalk Extension project. Item F from Snyder and Associates in the amount of $8,762.20 for the wastewater treatment, plant flow EQ basin project. Item G from Chick Fry Excavating in the amount of $90,001.92 for the Ford and Huber sanitary sewer project. Item H from Boiber Niermeyer in the amount of $3,890 for the Ford and Huber sanitary sewer project. Item I from Wendler Inc. in the amount of $14,297.50 for the wastewater treatment plant flow EQ basin project.
Move to approve consent.
second,
Motion by Rich, second by Kay. Council, all 9 items are up for discussion.
Jeremiah, can you tell me on this aerator, how much total is the engineering fees on that project? I will have to go back and look.
They just came back to us for like, was it $25,000?
I don't think that is all of them. Steve, do you? I think that was their most recent,
Were there
Professional
fees,
service.
were there fees before that,
yes,
the last one?
yes.
The total engineering cost is 52.
And how much is the project, Steve?
It's 250. I'd have to look. I have that sheet in my book.
You're thinking 250,000?
I think so. If you give me a second. Expected cost. It's 275. Minus the engineering. Or without the engineering.
I always figured 10 to 12% of a project as the overall cost for an engineer. That seems a little high to me.
You're thinking this is on a portion of the engine.
Well, yeah, I think if the council remembers, it was split up into 2. So the first was the design phase. And then we did a professional services agreement amendment. last council meeting, or maybe the council meeting before, which covered the engineering costs through the remainder of the construction projects. That's why I wasn't entirely sure what it is, because we did pay a portion before for the design phase. Now we're paying for the construction phase.
I just feel that's a pretty good price to pay for that project for engineering. And Steve, if I'm right, is that just equipment going back in place? No structural changes?
No structural changes, but there had to be some design changes because of the updating of the equipment. So
But no structural change.
no structural changes.
Okay.
Any other questions on the items from council? Public comment? Haley, please.
Kay Smith,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Bamber,
Yes.
Dan Smith,
No.
Weimer,
Yes.
Motion, the consent motion to pay the request carries with 4 yes votes, 1 no vote. 6.0, city administrators report.
I just wanted to make mention tonight that I did contact ECOG, Tom Gruss with ECOG, about our capital improvement plan, comprehensive plan. He has advised that the results are tabulated. He's working on the final report. Probably have another steering meeting scheduled sometime soon. And then they're hoping to get that finalized. I also mentioned that we will be doing some strategic planning over the next few weeks, and I'd like to have at least an overview of some of that information prepared for us. So he was going to either try to attend some of those meetings or provide some of that information so we could have it. That's all I have.
Some questions for Jeremiah? Thanks for that report. 7.0, mayor and council report. 7.1, mayor's report. I do not have any. 7.2, council reports.
Friends of the Library Tea is on Saturday. If you don't have your ticket, I'm sorry. You'll miss it. Oh, it's Sunday. Well, I would have come the wrong day, but that's okay. I could have come back the next day.
You'd have gotten a good seat.
I will get everything together when I get, I've been away. It makes it hard.
8.0, public comment for items not on the agenda.
Tom Durgan, downtown property. I'm kind of here as a park board member, but maybe this has been brought up and I missed it, but if you haven't had the opportunity to look at the new playground equipment up at the pool, I urge you to look at it. It is absolutely incredible. And I hope we can continue to upgrade some of our areas with new playground equipment because it's really nice. Thank you.
Tom, you brought that to the attention of council. That does kind of remind me, I have heard a lot of positive feedback in the short time that playground equipment has been in place. So I throw the kudos out to Park Rec and the board. Not that you don't ever hit the mark on a center bullseye. It sounds to me like you did this one with the public's input and feedback on. So nice job. Anyone else? 9.0 closed session. 9.1 motion to enter into closed session for Iowa State Code Section 21.5 1I to evaluate the professional competency of an individual whose appointment, hiring, performance, or discharge is being considered when necessary to prevent needless and irreparable injury to that individual's reputation, and that individual requests a closed session.